Hello, Internet. I'm Son of the Snow, and I welcome you to yet another episode of Let's Play Morrowind Main Quest Maximum Difficulty. I'm feeling a bit better today, so let's just jump right into the Let's Play. And we need to talk to Hasfat Antabolis now, because last time we got the Dwemer puzzle box, and that is exactly what we needed to bring this guy, and for some information that he could provide us about the
Yes.
Narrowing cult and the Sixth House cult, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so have you done that little favor I asked? Yep. Perfect, just what I was looking for. Just let me take this to my puzzle box and then I'll tell you what Chaos will want to know about the Sixth House. And about the Narrowing. By the way, the inscriptions on the box seem to be the directions for setting a Dwemer key to open a specific lock. If you're interested after you've delivered your report to Chaos, come back and maybe I'll have a key you can take back to Arkengstand. Alright, I'll definitely do that. That's interesting. It's really interesting. I will definitely do that. Okay. Yeah, so the Sixth House cult. House Dagoth is the Sixth House, the lost Sixth House. In the first age, House Dagoth betrayed the other great houses during the War of the First Council and was destroyed for their treason. I can answer any questions you have, but I'll also give you some notes to give to Chaos and recommend some Sixth House references he should read. Alright, so let's see if we have any questions. House Dagoth. What about it? House Dagoth was the sixth of the 7 Dunmer great houses. Nothing remains of the Sixth House. Its members were all slain or adopted into other great houses following their treason in the War of the First Council. Their clanstead was called Kogurun. Okay. Sixth House references. Here's a list of books. Goddamn mouse. I hate it. All of them will tell you something about the Sixth House and how it ended. The War of the First Council. Yeah, I know that one. Saint Nervar, Moon and Star, and the real Nervar. Good luck finding them, though. The recent events have made these hard to come by. Yeah, I guess I'll keep an eye out for these. Let's see. And the Nervarin. The Ashlanders believe a reborn Nervar will unite the Dunmer against the Outlander invaders and restore the ancient Dark Elven nation. Nervar is a legendary hero and saint of the temple, but the temple denies the prophecy and persecutes heretics who believe in the Nervarin. Tell Chaos that Sharn Gra Musgop would be a better person to ask about the native faiths and superstitions. Okay, I will do that, and my mouse is going completely insane. I really do need to buy a new mouse. God damn. And my game's a bit laggy, or is it just me? Maybe it's just my imagination.
So what do you want?
Okay, so plan of action, real fast. Now we are going back to Chaos Crusades because Hasfat has given us the information that we need. Also, I think he gave us some notes that we have to give to Chaos, and after that we'll see. Like, I think I'm gonna read those. If I remember correctly, I left a couple of books back at Chaos Place. I think we're gonna read those, like just quickly go through them at least, to get a better understanding of like what's going on and what we are into. And yeah, after that, we are going to go back to the Fighters Guild and see if Hasfat has a key for us. I'm actually pretty glad that I've marked at the Dwemer at Arcthand, because we are going to need to go back there if we want to like see what that key does. So yeah, that was fortunate, I guess. And my game is really lagging today. I have no idea why. I really do hope it goes away. Right, KS Cassade's house. KS Cassades.
Yes, Dunmo?
Yeah, okay, so directions, short history of Morrowind, and Spirit of Daedra. Okay, so right, hold on, I'm just gonna check real fast. Hasfat's notes for Cassades. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, those books. These books include references to the Sixth House and its destruction. The temple has recently confiscated copies throughout the Mordenfell district in response to the current events. These will be difficult to come by. However, I had luck acquiring rare books in Vivek. Okay, so War First Council, Saint Nervar. Yeah, I think I know the bookstore that Hasfat's referring to here. Okay, let's just talk to him. Are you here to discuss your orders, Snow, or is there something else you want? Yeah, I'm here for orders. These notes are from Hasfat Antabelis. Excellent. I trust he didn't work you too hard for them. I'll look them over in more detail later, but now I have some new orders for you. Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly... Yeah, okay. Orders. I've glanced at Hasfat and Tablet's notes, and that was fast. They cover the Sixth House admirably, but not the Nerevarine cult. Yeah, notice that. Hop on over to the Bilmora Mages Guild, it's right next to the Fighters Guild. Get Sharn, grab Musgop to tell you what she knows about the Nerevarine. She'll have some silly errand for you. Yeah, they always do. Do what she asks and report back when she's given you the information. She's very smart for an orc, and an unhealthy interest in the dark arts, perhaps. Very smart. Oh, at least we have something in common with her. Well, I mean, Snow and she. That you get it. She's always worried that the temple will bust in and stick her in a fire, and worried with good reason. Oh, alright. Fine. So, yeah. Okay, 10 pages. Short history of Morrowind. Hold on. Yeah, I think we can go through this real fast. Led by the legendary... Okay, so this is a short history of Morrowind by Janet Sith, and from the introduction. Okay, so let's delve into this. Led by the legendary prophet Veleth, the ancestors of the Dunma, exiles from Altmer cultures in present-day Somerset Isle, came to the region of Morrowind. Okay. Clear. In earliest times, the Dunma were harassed or dominated by North Sea Raiders. When the scattered Dunmer tribes consolidated into the predecessors. I know what the word means, I just can't spell it. Yeah, that word. I know what it means. of the modern Great House clans. They threw out the Nord oppressors and successfully resisted further incursions. Yeah, so the Dunmer must really hate the Nords, then, I guess. The ancient ancestor worship of the tribes was in time superseded? Suppressed? No. Superseded? I don't get it. Okay, by the monolithic tribunal temple theocracy, and the Dunmer grew into a great nation called Raisdane. Raisdane. I keep missing the dots at the end of this sentence. Raisdane was the last of the provinces to submit to Tiber Septim, like Black Marsh. It was never successfully invaded and was peacefully incorporated by treaty into the empire as the province of Morrowind. Okay, Raisdane, so... I did not know that, so I guess you live and learn. Almost 4 centuries after the coming of the Imperial Legions, Morrowind is still occupied by Imperial Legions, with a figurehead Imperial King, though the Empire has reserved most functions of the traditional local government to the ruling councils of the 5 great houses. Alright, so the great houses are kind of... I mean, what I'm trying to say here is that I guess the 5 great houses are like... they are directly influenced by the Imperial Legion and the Imperial King. Yeah, and what we learned from Hasfat, Sixth House cult, yeah, the Dagot Ur cult, if I'm not mistaken. I get these mixed up all the time. So they are the guys that basically are saying, fuck the Imperial Legion, fuck the great houses, long live Raisdane, yeah, I mean that makes sense in a way, I guess. Okay, let's just read further on. In the Third Era, 414, Wardenfell territory, previously a temple preserve under imperial protection, was reorganized as an imperial provincial district. Okay, Wardenfell had been maintained as a preserve administrated by the temple, fucking mouse, since the Treaty of the Armistice, and except for the few great house settlements sanctioned by the temple, Wardenfell was previously uninhabited and undeveloped. Right. Okay. But when the centuries-old temple ban on trade and settlement of Wardenfell was revoked by King of Morrowind, a flood of imperial colonists and great house Dunmer came to Wardenfell, expanding old settlements and building new ones. Okay, so all's clear there. The new district was divided into Redarin, Lalo, Tilvani, and Temple districts. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Each separately administered by local house councils and temple priesthoods, and all under the advice and consent of Duke Dren and the district council in Ebenhard. Okay, again, makes sense. Local law became a mixture of house law and imperial law in house districts, jointly enforced by house guards and legion guards, with temple law and imperial law enforced in the temple district by ordinators. The temple was still recognized as the majority religion, but worship of the 9 divines was protected by the legion and encouraged by imperial cult missions. Yeah. The temple district included the city of Vivek, the fortress of Ghostgate, and all sacred and profane sites, including those blighted areas inside the ghost fence. Oh, okay, so The temple district includes the area like inside the ghost fence. I did not know this. I thought that ghost fence was like mm, the wall. I mean, well, it is a wall in a sense, but I thought that only the fence itself was considered a temple district, a territory that belonged to the temple. I didn't know that the area inside, like over the fence, is also considered a temple district. The temple district. Okay. And all unsettled and wilderness areas on Wardenfell. Oh, alright. So all wilderness is also temple. Good. In practice, this district included all parts of Wardenfell not claimed for Redoran, Lalo, and Tilvani districts. Yeah, exactly, makes sense. The temple stubbornly fought all development in their district and were largely successful. House Lalo, in combination with imperial colonists, embarked on a vigorous campaign of settlement and development. In the decades after reorganization, Balmora and Askadan Isles regions have grown steadily. Caldera and Pelagiat are completely new settlements, and all legion forts were expanded to accommodate larger garrisons. House Tilvani, normally conservative and isolationist, has been surprisingly aggressive in expanding beyond their traditional tower villages. Disregarding the protests of the other houses, the temple, the duke, and the district council, Tilvani pioneers have been enrouching on the wild lands reserved to the temple. This is interesting. This is actually really interesting. House Tilvani. Yeah. House Tilvani, yeah, it's the wizards, it's mages, and exactly as it says in this book, they were always like I myself always viewed them as really conservative and, well, isolationist. They were always peaceful and they always kept to themselves. And to read this now, that they are like they've been encroaching on the wild lands reserved to the temple, that's interesting. So I guess the temple, or rather House Tilvani, has beef with the temple and with other houses, just a little bit. Okay, gonna keep that in mind. The Tilvani Council officially disavows responsibility for these rogue Tilvani settlements. Oh, alright. But it is an open secret that they are encouraged and supported by ambitious Tilvani mage lords. Under pressure from the temple, conservative House Redoran has steadfastly resisted expansion in their district. As a result, House Redoran and the temple are in danger of being politically and economically marginalized by the more aggressive and expansionist Lalo and Tilvani interests. The imperial administration faces many challenges in the Wardenfell district, but the most serious are the Great House rivalries, animosity from the Ashlander nomads, internal conflicts within the temple itself, and the Red Mountain Blight. I think that last one is definitely it requires the utmost attention at the moment. Struggles between Great House, Temple, and Imperial interests to control Wardenfell's resource could at any time erupt into full-scale war. Ashlanders raid settlements, plunder caravans, and kill foreigners on their wild lands. The Temple has unsuccessfully attempted to silence criticism and calls for reform within its ranks, but most serious are the plagues and the diseased hosts produced by the blight storm sweeping out from Red Mountain. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest problem, at the moment at least. Wardenfell and all Morrowind have long been menaced by the legendary evil of Daguth Ur. and his ash vampire kin dwelling beneath Red Mountain. For centuries the temple has contained his threat within the ghost fence. But recently the temple's resources and will have faltered, and the threat from Red Mountain has grown in scale and intensity. If the ghost fence should fail, the hosts of blighted monsters were to spill out across Wardenfell's towns and villages, the Empire might have no choice but to evacuate Wardenfell district and abandon it to disease and corruption. Right, so that was interesting. And Spirit of Daedra, I don't know why I placed this here. I don't really need to read that. Yeah, a short history to Morrowind. That's exactly what we had to read. Okay, so now let's go back to... Yeah, before we do anything else, let's go sell some of our stuff. And then let's go back to Hasfat. So, from what we've read and from what we've learned, basically I get the general idea that
my time is precious, so make it quick.
I'm like forming a sentence in my head. I get the general idea that Daegath-Ur and the Blight is the biggest threat at the moment, and it requires attention as soon as possible, and that's exactly why we are here, to solve this problem, I guess. Revere, did you miss me? Because I definitely missed you. I have stuff to sell to you. Fire salts, fortified agility, restore magic. I'm gonna keep these. Restore magica. I'm gonna sell the fire salts. Gonna sell these Jama. Levitation. I have levitation. Just quickly going through. Ruby. Yeah, I'm gonna sell the Ruby. I'm gonna sell the book too. Dream a coin. Yeah, I'm gonna sell one coin and try and get it up. Good. Right, so let's go to one more trader. Outfitter. Not trader. Clagius Cleanler. And see if he buys like the rest of our Dwemer coin. Yeah, he does, and it's too much. Let's see. Okay, so I guess 800 is okay. Good. We're making some good money. I don't think we'll be running out of money anytime soon. Yes. Okay.
What do you want?
Let us go here. One more thing
So
I
what's
want to
this
do
regarding?
before going to Hasfat is to buy... I'm gonna buy 6. And I'm actually going to repair my armor and my weapon as much as possible. Come on. Leveled up. Okay, so we did it, and yeah, we have one left. 21 uses, and we repaired everything, so that's awesome. A quick save. Oh, what the hell? See, the thing you just saw was the mouse. The goddamn mouse. I hate this so much. Okay, hello, Hasfat.
Speak freely,
I
friend.
don't know if I like
Hello again,
this.
Snow. What do you want? You already gave me the Dwemer puzzle box, don't you remember? I remember, but there's one more thing. Puzzle box. What? Oh yes, I had forgotten. Here's the Dwemer key, Made according to the instructions I found on the puzzle box you brought me. I have no idea what it's good for, but if you take it back to Arkenthand, no, I'm not even gonna. Maybe we'll find the lock it opens. Key to lower Arkenthand. Cool. Hesvet and Tabilis gave me a Dwemer key. Right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back to the ruin using our Amulet of Recall. Yes. And we're gonna levitate over the ledge because I'm quite certain that the area that we need to use this key is actually there. So yeah. Oh. It weighs 50 and has a value of 529. Interesting. Yeah, and after that we are going to continue on with the main quest. Go visit Sharn Gram Musgop at the Mages Guild and see what she can tell us. Yeah, so let's do this.